Hello students, good day. I'm teacher Alvin and I will be your teacher for today's online class. Today, I'll be teaching science. Let's start first with our vocabulary. Let's start with our first vocabulary. It's the word assess. 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 Now, let's spell the word assess. It's A-S-S-E-S-S. Assess. Very good. Our second vocabulary word is check. 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 Now, let's spell the word check. It's C-H-E-C-K. Check. Great job. And our third vocabulary word is wrong. 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 Now, let's spell the word wrong. It's W-R-O-N-G. Wrong. Now, let's read one more time our three vocabulary words. Let's start with our first word, assess. 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 Now, our second vocabulary word is check. 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 And our third and last vocabulary word is wrong. 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 Very good. Now, let's proceed to our review for us to recall our topics before we answer our PA test. And our topic is living things and their environment. So for today's topic, we will going to tackle the environment of a plant and the environment of a human being. Let's start first with the environment of a plant. So here's the picture of an environment of a plant. As you can see, it includes those biotic and abiotic factors that influence growth and development of forages. But what is biotic and abiotic factors? For us to understand our topic, let's define also biotic and abiotic factors. Let's define first what is biotic factors. A biotic factor is any living things that has an effect on an ecosystem. Again, a biotic factor is any living thing that has an effect on an ecosystem. So let's go back to the picture of the environment of a plant. So in this picture, can you identify what are the biotic factors in the pictures? So biotic factors are living things. So what are those living things? Living things has life. Can you identify one example of a biotic factor in the picture? If you answered animals, your answer is correct. So what are those animals in the pictures? So we have turtles, beavers, deer, and even bears. Those are the biotic factors. Now, let's proceed to abiotic factors. Abiotic factors are a non-living condition or thing as climate or habitat that influences or affects an ecosystem and the organisms in it. So let's go back to the picture of the environment of a plant. So what are the abiotic factors in this picture? Abiotic factors are non-living things or climate. Can you give one example of abiotic factors in this picture? If you answered water, your answer is correct. The other examples of abiotic factors are we have your sunlight, soil, temperature, and even rocks like minerals. Now, let's discuss also the environment of a human being. So here's the picture of the environment of a human being. Let's identify also what are the biotics and abiotics in human environment. Let's start with biotics. What are the biotic factors here in the picture? Biotic factors are living things. Can you give an example? If you answered birds, you are correct. Because birds are animals and animals are living things. Next, let's identify abiotic factors here in the picture. Can you give an example of an abiotic factors here in our picture? Remember that abiotic factor is a non-living things. If your answer is the car, your answer is correct. Because car is a non-living thing. We also have other examples like rainbows, clouds, bicycles, mountains, the sky, and even the house. Those are abiotic factors because they are non-living things. Our topic for today is light can change the way plants grow. Again, can we repeat our topic for today? Light can change the way plants grow. Do you know where the plants get their light from? Do you have any idea where do plants get their light from? If your answer is from the sun, your answer is correct because the sun is the one that produces heat and light to the earth. And that heat and light from the sun is very important to all of the living things, especially to the plants, because plants need sunlight to produce their own food. And what we call this process again? Do you still remember? Yes, it is photosynthesis. They collect sunlight, water, and air to make their own food. Because without sun, no one will going to produce heat and light. And most of the living things will going to die. Just like plants. Plants need sunlight to make their own food. And if they can't make their own food, they're going to die. So sunlight is very important to all of the living things. Let's wrap up our topic for today. Question number 1. Why sunlight is important to plants? Sunlight is essential to plants because they use sunlight in making their own food. Question number 2. What will going to happen if plants don't have sunlight? The plants were going to die if the plants don't have sunlight. Question number 3. Where do plants get the sunlight? Plants get their sunlight from the sun because sun produce heat and light. Now, we're ready to answer your PA test. But first, don't forget to print your PA test or answer it on your notebook. And here are the questions on your PA test. Direction. Choose the best answer and write your answer in the space before the number. Number 1. Which of the following is an abiotic or non-living things? A. Clouds. B. Fish. Or C. Birds. Again, which of the following is an abiotic or non-living things? A. Clouds. B. Fish. Or C. Birds. Number 2. Which of the following is abiotic or a living things? Again, which of the following is abiotic or a living things? A. Lion. B. Water. Or C. Clouds. Number 3. Where do we get heat and light? Where do we get heat and light? A. Moon. B. Star. Or C. Sun. Number 4. What do we call the process of plants in making their own food? Again, what do we call the process of plants in making their own food? A. Metamorphosis. B. Photosynthesis. Or C. Osmosis. Number 5. What will be going to happen to all the living things if there is no sun? What will be going to happen to all the living things if there is no sun? A. Dance. B. Sing. Or C. Die. For number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, this is the direction. Identify the following words inside the box. If it is abiotic or a living things, or anabiotic or non-living things. Again, identify the following words inside the box if it is abiotic or that is in non-living things, or anabiotic which is a non-living things. Write your answer on the space beside the number. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new today. And please don't forget to wear your mask regularly and wash your hands often. Stay safe. And again, this is Teacher Alvin, and see you soon. Bye!